Welcome back to your Leaders Only Show podcast and digital show. We're brought to you here today by What It Changed Mentor Inc. And Tone Drone TV. This is season 3, episode 4. Man, we are so excited today to have a special guest today. I'm your host, Kendell,
And I'm Semaj.
and this is our special guest, Jay Flo.
What's going on, y'all? The harder you grind, the bigger your dream. The harder you grind, the bigger your dream. The harder you grind, the bigger your dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger your dream. I said you up and I'm up. I'm on the Leader Show, man. What's up with y'all, man?
Man, it's a blessing to
Hey,
have
man,
my man.
look, I appreciate both of y'all, man. I want to say I salute both of y'all and what y'all doing. Like I said, brothers doing this together, family doing it together. I would definitely say that it's just a beautiful sight to see. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad to be here, man.
Oh man, we appreciate you. And before we dive in, man, we ask that y'all have a watch party. We ask that y'all like, subscribe, click the bell, follow us on our Leaders Only show and podcast on our YouTube channel. We also ask that y'all, if y'all don't catch us on the live stream, that you hit play in the comments. You can also email us at our email www.leadersonlyshow.
Just Leaders Only.
I mean,
Show.
Leaders Only 22
Leaders Only 22
at gmail.com.
Yeah. And it'll pop up on the screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So as we dive in, man, it's an honor to have you.
I
I've been
appreciate
working
that.
with you for almost, 5 years now?
Yeah, we've been locked in. We've been locked in for sure, man.
It's a blessing, man. We done worked side to side at FedEx, so that's how we met, man. And,
Yeah.
I can honestly say, like, this is a good partner of mine, man. I share a lot of intimate things with him. He helped me out in so many different categories, as me being his manager and as me being his co-worker, man. We took steps together, so to be at this step right here and for him to push me and tell me to go forward to bring the idea and to join my brother with this podcast, that's what really pushed me, so you get to see the person that pushed me.
I appreciate
so
that,
thank
man.
you, Jay.
Nah, for real, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, man, a humble guy. A lot of people don't understand that, even with your past and what you go through and your past, that your future is bright, And what I saw day by day was somebody that was just trying to better themselves. So I'm just proud of you and I'm happy for you. And I'm just here, just blessed, man, just to, share whatever you need me to share, man. I'm here for you, bro.
Yeah, man. And we finally get to meet Mr. Semaj and my brother, man, so who I talk highly of. So I'm going to let Semaj dive in and ask you a couple of things and get y'all interact, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Well, just to go more with your introduction, I know you've been in the community for the past 5 years, or has it been over 5 years?
So it's about 5 years. I would say roughly about 3.
Okay.
But, like I said, doing volunteer work prior to that, so like early 2016, 2017, but heavy in the community within the last 3 years.
Okay. And then it says that you believe in God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers.
Yes.
How's that stuck with you and helped you get through a lot of challenges? Because I know when you're going up against, when you're doing positive stuff, it's like swimming upstream.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say that they care about the youth, and if you need me, just call on me. But it doesn't be that way when you're really the activist doing the actual work. So
Right.
how has that slogan and that mantra just helped you remember that it's a process?
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm nothing without God. I'm nothing without my family and support system. So when I say that, I'm saying that, like, even as far as you climb up that ladder, like, storms are going to come.
Right.
So I just tell myself on a daily basis, like, even if something is not going to get done, I still have to write that goal down and just have that vision, that focus, and just being so locked in on it. And, like, tough battles and just going through a lot of things. Like, I've been told no a lot of times,
Right, right.
So it's like that one yes can be like everything. So with it being told that one yes, that's what I'm saying, like that tough, battle to the toughest soldiers, like that trophy, when you get it after, all that hardship that you're going through, or the no's, or people that didn't want to work with you, it sticks with you, and it makes you, dig deeper into who you really want to be,
Right.
who you really want to become. Because like I said, I never thought any of this would, truly happen. And just being tapped in spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally has allowed me to really, really elevate each and every step of the way.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
What's up?
So let me ask you this. So going down the path that you've been into, and that you're into now, what influence or situation or any trauma or things of that nature that made you want to show your influence to the youth? Like, what impacted you to go that route, or what changed you to go that route to make you want to, impact the youth or draw them to you?
Yeah, great question. So like for myself, like going to, making the transition from private school to public school, that was a tough transition for myself. I went from structure to no structure, right? And then I had to really build that foundation. So it was more so like how to deal with corporate America, how to deal with people, and just the willpower for yourself to be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and lock in, get my grades, do what I need to do, and handle my business. And what I realized, like at that time, my high school years, it was challenging because it was more so trying to fit in, be socially accepted, by others, be liked by others, as we all can say, even with like social media, what's going on, Instagram, instant gratification and things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? Like focusing on likes and wants instead of needs and love. I can definitely say I was focused on likes and wants at that particular time, but then it transitioned from, listening to reply to listening to understand. So I could say that, like I was a bottle of soda with my emotions and everything would just be trapped in. And you know how you like shake a bottle of soda up, and eventually it's going to explode. You know what I mean? So that was the younger me, right? And then I had to transition to actually be patient, be cool, calm, and collective like a bottle of water, regardless of these situations that come, at you, and knowing how to deal with that. And then being inspired by not only family and friends, but like the music I listen to and stuff like that, like Nipsey Hussle and Mac Miller, and people like Jadakiss, Biggie. Listening to those old school feel good music. That's what I kind of sort of would call it, where it was more informative as opposed to just being like, okay, the rah rah, whatever you want to call it nowadays. But it being informative and educational, and then of course taking those steps, getting my diploma from Charles Herbert Flowers High School. Shout out Flowers. And then going to Bowie State University and studying communications. I always wanted to talk, but like I said, I never thought it would get into this realm, because at first I was just studying like sports, radio, things like that. But then I realized, like, okay, as I'm growing up, evolving and developing, a lot of people were complaining about youth and like they misguided, they crazy, just throwing so many labels on them. And I'm like, okay, well, if this is a problem, who's going to step up and really try to help? And that's why I felt like, all right, well, hey, like, I take on that responsibility. And then once I realized that, I'm like, every interaction is like, I just think of myself when I was a child and how I was probably, misguided or not talked to or neglected per se. And that's like, yo, that's the energy I give them, because I just think of myself every time I interact with a child, and realize like, yo, it's the guidance that they need, it's the attention that they need, it's the opportunity that, may not be presented to them that they may need. Because at the end of the day, man, these youngins, they the future. And, it's our responsibility to at least be the farmer, so ironic that we out here in the garden, but like being the farmer and actually planting a seed and just giving it a little bit of water, so watching it grow over time and establishing patience. That's the biggest thing, man, for sure.
Yeah. So now where you at, and I went to the team summit that you put together. So working on beside the mayor, what doors and opportunities have that brought to you?
It's been a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie. Even like prior to that, I think that celebrating wins is definitely important. So I just want to say, shout outs to Miss Kimberly Marshall, Dare to Be Different. Like, she's a community mentor who really embraced me. Back in 2020, like I said, I was doing motivational videos on Instagram. July 5th is when I had started that. November 6th, 2020 is when I started the Grind Hard Dream Big podcast. Shout out to Vegan Steven, and shout out to my man, Brian. I had that idea and told him, I said, look, man, we got to do something that's going to be, motivational, encourage people, not be selfish and be selfless, and see how far we could take it. So talking about things like mental health, financial literacy, those regular conversations, and what really led me to do that was watching news like CNN and Fox 5 and ABC and even NBC and not seeing that representation. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like we
right.
just looking at it like, all right, cool. Like I don't even see myself. Like, but we see all these negative stories, but there's positive things going on, and I know some positive people. So why not, create something and put those positive people and shine that light on them.
Mm-hmm.
And what it did was it became not only a safe space for myself, it became a safe space for other people, and it allowed me to work with other people. So, like I said, Dare to Be Different, Vision Quest, Braxton Legacy Foundation, other partners as well, even Justin Drummond for doing cybersecurity, workshops as well and motivational speaking there. Shalise Williams, which I recently did, MBYO, Youth Issues Assembly in Baltimore as well. So that was big. Cornell in Bladensburg and doing that as well. So the Royalty Institute. So a lot of people have been impacted. And like I said, the Youth Summit to me, man, that's like my baby. I ain't gonna lie. That was something that I was just like nurturing through the steps. And what really led to that was the violence in Prince George's County.
Yeah.
Seeing that the kids had to go through a curfew. A curfew had to be in place for these teens because they were talking about carjackings and crimes and all of these things that were happening at malls or even on the regular streets. And I'm just like, okay, so what can we really do? The youngins, to me, they're not crazy. They're not silly. They're not dumb. They're misunderstood. And we have to be able to meet them in the middle. And that starts with a conversation, a simple, hey, how you doing? Regardless of what they look like. And then really trying to find their interest and spark that interest and hold on to that and constantly, like I said, feed them those opportunities. So the Youth Summit, creative writing, entrepreneurship, vision boards, the motivational speaking that you sat there and caught as well for myself, and just like-minded individuals doing something for the community and not, like a call to action. And that's basically what it was. And that was an introduction to something beautiful. So shout outs to Mayor Cross, Glenn Arden, all of her partners, all of my partners that was able to put that together. So many people that were behind the scenes and everybody that donated, everybody that came out. I appreciate you guys because, like I said, Glen Arden Community Center, even though it happened there was people from all over in different walks that was just there. So it's always unity in the community with myself. And that was just the start of something beautiful. And now just being able to elevate and do more, man, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. Man. Well, we always would influence y'all to, if you are feeling down, if you are stressing, going through a time that need to talk, need to vent, or somebody that's going through that don't feel like they are comfortable enough to reach out to talk. We always have our own mental health emergency line at 988. So we really encourage y'all to use that. Like I said, Jason, man, it's been a great conversation. So before closing out, what organizations and how can you be reached? What's your upcomings, and what can we look forward to J Flow getting into?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. So like I said, we did the like I said, we've been able to feed the homeless. We'll continue to do that. Down to D Shelter for sure. Like I said, Dave and Buster's. We got that coming up June 24th in Capitol Heights.
That's for the middle school.
Middle school, high school students. If you want to sponsor a child, it's $40. The Cash App is Grind Hard, Dream Big. That's the Cash App. If you want to donate, our goal is to sponsor as many youth as possible. Our set goal was 30. We try to probably do 30, 40 kids and see how far we can go with that. Then we have our back to school drive. That'll be in August. No date determined just yet, but August. With that, we're gonna definitely do more. Last year we did 350 book bags. This year we're gonna do 400 book bags. That's the goal, plus the supplies as well. And like I said, more speaking engagements. So if you're in the community, community events, a school, you need a youth speaker, somebody that's going to talk to them about goal setting, overcoming adversity, conflict resolution, problem solving, effective communication, or even creative writing. and you want that to be done, I can provide that service for you. You can reach me on the Instagram at JAYFLOW301MD, or you can email me at JFBESPN2020 at Comcast.net, man. And like I said, we got to really be the change that we really want to see in the world. So being who I needed when I was younger is important, but most importantly, being who God called me to be.
Okay, peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome back to the Leaders Only Show. We're here on location at Juliani Graham Community Garden in Our Saviour. Here at Our Saviour Lutheran, Our Saviour Lutheran Church on St. Barnabas, and we stumbled into a food giveaway. So we just wanted to provide some information for you guys about what's going on here in the community.
It's just not a slice.
So have these two lovely young ladies tell us your name.
My name is Julia.
Julia. Dawn. And tell us a little bit about this program that you're a part of and what's going on today.
Yes, we're part of the National Story of Phi Delta Kappa Incorporated, and we are here volunteering, giving away food. And it is, they offer it every third Friday of the month, and so this is an opportunity to give back to the community, and we're enjoying it very much, and also feeling very good about seeing others who are in need.
And another thing that we were just talking in the garden, and you were telling me that you teach, that you're teaching right now, and that you're award-winning program called
This one, what you said. This one is celebrating our 100th year.
Okay, so you just had what, Centennial?
We have a Centennial coming up.
Yeah,
right. This week, actually.
Okay, so happy Centennial.
And we're celebrating in Orlando, Florida. We are the National Sorority of Phi Delta Kappa.
Okay.
And we are a Black women's teaching organization.
Okay.
And we're nationwide, over 5,000 members.
Okay.
And we're a brand new chapter here in Prince George's County.
Okay.
And so we are coming out to celebrate and share with our community in Prince George's County.
Yeah. So where are you originally from?
I'm from Hyattsville, Maryland. I grew up out there. That's PG Plaza. Now it's known as the Mall of Prince George's.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been through a lot. Like I said, that with the school out, St. Michael's in Silver Spring, the Tacoma Park area, Silver Spring area. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, went to Carroll for a year, Archbishop Carroll for a year, and then went to Charles Herbert Flowers High School. Moved around the Glen Arden area, still in the Glen Arden area, and then you know what I'm saying, went to Bowie State University and got my degree in communications from there.
How's the Glen Arden area?
Oh, I love it, man. I think it's really rich over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of creative people over there, from just videographers to like artists, business owners and things like that. It's definitely evolved over the years, and there's a lot of upside over there. Just a lot of opportunities as well for the kids.
Yeah.
I definitely love what I see, what's going on in Glen Arden right now.
Is it heavy mixed community or heavy brown community?
Oh, I would definitely say it's heavy mixed.
Okay.
Definitely heavy mixed, for sure. And I think everybody's embracing each other more and coming together more too. There's a lot of events that I've seen where we've had, people just come together, be able to share ideas without the pride, without the ego, and just being able to, empower other people around. So it's a beautiful thing.
What you think is like one of the pros and the cons, one of the cons of your journey with like getting your summit started and then staying the course?
I think the pro thing is more so just knowing that you wanted to do it for yourself, right? And that was the thing that I felt like, I wrote it down. Like I wrote it down in the notebook in 2022. I really wanted to do it in 2022, but I really just had to sit down and tell myself like, all right, and I think that just going through that, right? Like spiritually, it was like, man, it probably wasn't time for it, but your flesh is saying, nah, it's time for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then God was like, nah, we're going to do it, but we're going to do it on my time. And 2023 was just the best time for it to happen. Because like I said, I knew it was God when it was, okay, I had the idea. I shared it, like I said, with the mayor, and she said, "Okay, I love it." And then literally like 3 days later, she said, "Say no problem. Like no more. We got it." So I'm just like, yo, only God can move that fast, to be honest. And just to realize that the cons with it, man. Like I said, I just think that once again, a lot of ideas, a lot of people have eyes. We all have eyes, but everybody doesn't have your vision. So when people may want to be incorporated with your vision and what you're doing, you just have to be selective about your energy, time, and space. So I'm learning more to say no to things, even when I may not want to. That's just being transparent and realizing like the course that God has me on right now is just like, yo, I have so much in store for you, and just being able to listen to understand as opposed to just reply all the time and being coachable. I think that's the biggest thing, man. It's like I said, it's some people that support, some people that don't support, but I can't hang my head on the people that don't support. I got to really focus the people that don't support. I'm sorry, the people that don't support. I can't hang my head on those people that don't support. I have to focus on the people that do support. And I appreciate everybody that does support, everybody that taps into a motivational video or watches the podcast or supports a community event. Like I truly appreciate that, because you're not only invested into the event, you're invested into the person, and you believe in the person. So I say thank you to those people that have supported any of the homeless drives by donating or physically showing up, or even the Dave & Buster's event, or even a back to school event, or anything that I've been a part of, from a speaking engagement or just being somewhere volunteering, because it truly takes a village. And like I said, I truly appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. So
Man.
like I said, it truly is a thing.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate you, man. How old are you,
I'm 31 years old, man.
31? Okay,
Yeah, I'm 31 years old, man.
All right. Well, before we go, last question from me is, what's the ultimate goal? Like, how do we make it sustain? Because we've seen back to school drives, we've seen haircut drives, we've seen taking them to the games and stuff. But what do you think we really need in our community to enhance the next generation?
Oh, well, I'm going to speak it into existence, man. We need an incubator space, like straight up. Like the incubator space, like I said, even with the summit, what was provided is like, you need that area where kids can get creative. Like, all right, the same thing like the rec center, okay? Kids go play basketball, kids get a rec card, this, that, and the third, okay. Now you have a space where kids can, one, create, get tutoring, get mental health services, financial literacy services, and you can run it, in a sense where it's an all year round thing. Because I think exposure is key. Taking kids out the house and field trips and seeing museums and, Six Flags of America or whatever historic places. I feel like every child should be able to be a part of that. Like, there's no reason why we have a whole bunch of kids that live in the state of Maryland, but everybody ain't been to Six Flags. Like, that's a problem to me. Right. Or like, everybody ain't been to the African American Museum or a museum or just a place where they're out, or even like a restaurant, and how to, understand etiquette, or understanding the notion of a job interview, or learning cursive and how to, sign a check or something. Like, because all of this stuff is very, very essential. And like when we're talking about our development for our youth, it's a lot of the things on the outside that we have to really pay attention to and focus more on. Not sitting there saying like the things in the school, science, math, reading, writing, history, of course. Like, all of those classes are essential as well. But the mindset of a child is so vital, because those channels that either he or she is tapped into plays a significant part. And your diet is more than what you eat. It's really what you consume. So from social media to other walks of life, like trauma and how you deal with it. Like I said earlier, with, being a soda bottle and a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was that bottle of soda at once. Their anger, their trauma, everything trapped into that bottle. And we all had our breaking point where we wanted to explode. But it's how we transform into that bottle of water to be cool, calm, and collective, and be receptive to what is going on and how we handle our situations. Because, these cries for help, they're literally 911 calls where it's like, hey, now I'm saying, no, I really, really need help. And it's okay not to be okay, but to get that help. So to tuck the pride away, to tuck the ego away, to be like, nah, I need some help. And, this is what I'm going through. So people to really help people up when they looking down at them, for real. And just being a neighbor to your neighbor. And that's not just checking your mail. That's like, all right, I'm really in my neighborhood, like saying what's up to the next person. How you doing? How's your day going? How can I help you? Not just the what can I gain from you. And I think that's the thing. The mindset, you know, your situation will change when your mindset does. So I just feel like the positive channel is more important than the negative channel. So what are you really watching?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure, man. So yeah, man, we definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in this week. Just piggybacking on what Jason said, stay on top of your diet, stay on top of fasting. As he said, everything that carries a frequency, from the music to the television to the conversations that you have, all go in tune with the music. And definitely a special thank you to the Jelani Graham Community Garden and Our Saviour's Lutheran Church here on St. Barnabas for passing out food today. And as they said, it's the third Friday of every month. So if you're having any trouble with getting food, this is a great opportunity for you to come. They fed over at least 100 cars today. So come on out and get some, and they definitely have produce as well.
Absolutely. And yeah, man, we just appreciate you, Jason. And before we end, man, me and Jason always tell each other, be great on purpose, man.
Yeah, be great on purpose. Had a great day on purpose,
Yes,
man.
sir. So,
know what I'm saying?
as we end, man, we ask that y'all continue to follow us, continue to like, subscribe, click the bell, continue to leave comments in the comment section. If you can't catch the live stream, we ask that you hit pound replay in the chat. We also ask that if you got any ideas, any topics, anything, questions, concerns, you can always email us at leadersonly22@gmail.com. I'm host Kendell. This is Jason.
Yeah, man.
And I'm Semaj.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate you, Jason.
Don't forget, we're brought to you by What a Change Mentoring, Tone Drone. Hit the website, mentalhealthchef.com.
Yes, sir.
Grab you some of the products, grab
Yes,
you
sir.
some of the healthy information, and just keep sharing it and helping your family get healthy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace, love,
Peace
blessings.
and love, man. Appreciate y'all,
J
man.
Flow.
You already know how do you
Smart.
ride. Big you dream, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
already know,
Leaders
man.
only.
People holler for attention and feel so offended when they don't get the mention. HIV, HOP, forever, yeah, I'm glad. Me and the stew came together, flow. Pray hustle, man, going